to Tomb Raider 2 Replayed. We are in Bartoli's hideout. I love it. Oh, lovely. So it should be sunset now. Remind myself. Ah, yes. So, loving this so far. It's funny, I was watching back some of whatever I've put up already, and I'm like, I think because I'm so in on, ooh, let's not stutter. Don't like that. Because I've been so in on talking and playing, I actually, half the time I actually haven't taken in the beauty of, well, I mean, I've spoken about it heavily, but like, it's even more pretty when I watch it back. I'm like, oh wow, I see little things I missed here and there on the details. So I'm going to really be mindful, as I keep saying this, a mindful playthrough. Mindful. And there are rats everywhere. I love Bartoli's hideout because it's got all the prettiness of Venice, but it's got a little more platforming and a bit more not so much boat stuff. The boat's great, love the boat. The boat's fantastic. I do like this sort of infiltration of the hideout itself in this one, and the little puzzles and pulling apart pieces of the chimney and all that. Big meaty man. Sweet. How are you today? I have been self-criticizing myself also watching back. I put Venice and Great Wall up already, and Venice hasn't gone live when I'm filming this. What I have noticed is I'm seeming loud because the room is, despite the fact I have some nice paneling here, the room is echoing from like behind me. I can tell from the way that it's bouncing off walls in front of and behind. So I might have to do some more paneling, but another thing I could do is come a little bit closer to the microphone like this, because in spite of the fact I'm using an arm, it's not actually being given much room to swing, so it's actually still a bit too far to my left. This is riveting stuff. Anyway, let's kill all these guys. Aim at the other one. Aim at the one in front of you. I do like something I've never given this game enough credit for, is the fact that because you're in the middle of Venice, these guys all have silenced guns. You know, because you're in the streets of Venice, but you're Bartoli's henchman. However, that doesn't explain why no one could hear Lara shooting. She's raising a ruckus. Oh, I forgot about these guys. Oh. And now we'll finally grab the automatic pistols. Whoa. That. Boom. Now I think we did have did we get the shotgun? I think we started with the shotgun. That's the thing where I thought we hadn't. Now I've been picking up ammo for these left, right, and center. So let's just whip them out. I need to be conservative on this run. Oh yeah, it is sunset. I think that was also the case in the other. Yeah. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, even though there was a yellow hue, the sky was always blue, but now they've actually gone and kind of made it mustardy sunset. What's the order to do this again? In here first. Light a flare. Let's not mess this up. Let me just concentrate for a sec. Sweet. Okay, so there's the entrance from the sunken library. Cool, that we'll be getting to. Oh yeah, I want to try some. I'm always curious to try some of the speedrunning tips. The speed. Talk English. Sorry. From what I've seen from one of the speedrunning bits, is that you can actually grab the bottom of this ladder from here. It's just ever so slightly. Oh my god, that's brilliant. That saves a lot of platforming over there. Now, I don't want to ruin the game, because obviously you're supposed to go that way. You're not missing anything in this case. If it's something that would take away from the gameplay experience, I obviously won't do it, but something like that is, I think that's not really glitching. That actually is too low, and she can grab it for that reason. I have my own internal rules for how to play this. I'm not going to go skipping levels or skipping entire sections of levels, but I think that's just a nice value of life And all I missed was some clips from that guy, but there's nothing over there. It's just a little bit of platforming. So I'm happy to do that. That's my headcanon. There's usually a guy on that balcony. Oh, there he is. Perfect. Sweet. This looks great. Alright, now would be a good time to save. Definitely one of my favorite levels. I don't know why exactly. I just like the sort of verticality of it. You're up here in the balconies and the canopies. And I like that section. It's got that great track, Vertigo. The section where you get to the big room and you have to move the chandeliers up and down. Very short-lived track, but it's great. Let's see if I remember how to do this. I think what you have to do is... Boom. Sweet. Let's see if we can do this. Oh! Rare screw up. See if I can get even more. Oh shit. I'm trying to be speedy because I don't like you know, I've played this game enough, you'd think I could speed things up a bit. There we go, that's better. Trying to find the minimum point. Look at her fingers. There's little things like that for whoops. Little things like that where her hands were previously just a block. And like now obviously they can have individual fingers, so it's class. Confirmation, Lara Croft, 5 fingers. This is a stubborn one. Lovely. And I should use that, but I think I should be able to just save. I mean, in the time I take to save, because I'm afraid to chance something, I could have done it the right way, but there. See? Only lost half my health. These are great for killing dogs. I can't remember the enemy. Oh! I knew there was... See, in my head I knew he was there. Oh, God. There's you use your big medipack. Die already. Alright. They've added a bit more character to this, I feel. Yeah, a little bit. Look at there's paintings on the walls and stuff. I like this. There's things they didn't have to add, but chose to. Including this hidden switch. Now we'll get the... I'm trying to remember where all 3 secrets are in here. I know the stone dragon's here, obviously. More shotgun shells. I haven't actually looked online if they've added any kind of additional Easter eggs, like things that weren't previously in the game. Bang! Oh, this is stunning! Oh no, I take it back, sorry. It was sunset in the original, but you couldn't see it from certain places because most of the sky is still blue. But that's much more in your face. Love it. Alright. Really getting into the details here. You won't get a non-critical review from me. No way, hoes. Alright. I think this level also has some of them. I think this also has some of the largest number of enemies, potentially. I know that some of the rig ones probably have the most, or the shipwreck ones, but this guy has... This seems to be notoriously full of bat guys and dogs. I'm trying to remember if I push this in or out. Now, the fire puzzle up here, I'm always a bit tricky about. I always mess it up just at the last second. Let me go. But it would be a good place to save. Oh, there's a quick save option. That would have been a great thing to add if there isn't. Okay. Oh, got me in the shins there. Oh yeah, okay. Oh god, I messed it up. That's okay. We are dead, but it's okay. You have to be much quicker. I think you're allowed to take a running jump on one of the middle ones. Oh, wow, I couldn't have got more slice there if I tried. There you go, you see, you got a running, an unrunning, and another running. Brilliant, sorted. Alright, let's kill more people. Oh. Go under. Brilliant. Okay, that's enough killing for now. Another thing speedrunners do, you can just jump past that fire because it's water underneath anyway, I think. But I want to hear the vertigo track, because again, remind yourself, it's a beautiful room even in the old version. So you know.
A beautiful room. Have you seen this room?
The wallpaper coming off the wall, even in places it wasn't before. I'm loving this. That this is a running jump. I can't remember when you have to go down to the sunken bit. I think you have to do all this stuff first, maybe. Oh, sorry, you can't go past the fire until you've taken that out. No. My memory is a bit shitey on this. Whoa. So, oh yeah, you could go straight down, but you don't have the key yet. That's what it is. Likewise, you could jump down into the that side of things, but you don't have the key for the library. What you gotta do is it a diagonal jump over to this? Yes, it is. And now the chandeliers actually seem more made for standing on, because they look like they're made of thick glass as opposed to just being, you know, lots. However the hell you'd balance on that. Oh, there's Vertigo. It's a great track. Nice and relaxing. There's nothing more relaxing than playing Tomb Raider. It's just puzzling. It's just puzzles. It's not puzzling. Okay, there's the key. Try and remember we have to climb all the way up to the top to change the order of the chandeliers, so that one's more. Although. No, what am I doing? I told myself. I literally said this 5 minutes ago. I wasn't going to do that. I'm not going to take shortcuts if it's missing out on a part of the level, and I quite like the climbing up to the top and changing it. However, I do know I could probably make that, so, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's go up to the ceiling. We're not in a rush. We're not in a rush. Actually, I'm gonna put the automatics away because I've already used half of them, and I'm mostly killing rats with them, so that's counterintuitive. It's funny with remasters and reskins and stuff how at first you're like wowed, and I am wowed, but you kind of also, it's like the Spyro, the Dragon and Crash remasters, you kind of saw them this way when you were a kid anyway. So it's funny, this is the guy who used to frighten me, he pops up. And even like The Last of Us, right? I love The Last of Us Part 1. I like now that it's consistent with Part 2, and they're both like, you know, they actually remade it from the ground up. But it's like, you always saw it that way. Like, you're now viewing it through the lens of someone who knows what a console can do these days, and as you were back when the PS3 came out. So it's just kind of funny how, oh, they changed that noise. I think there was more clips over here or something. But that's, as is life. It's the same with movie effects. Like, movies that look great when you were younger obviously haven't aged necessarily always that well, but that's fine. So now we can drop down here. Although on that point, I do think practical effects tend to age pretty well. What never ages well for me is almost any kind of CGI. I can't remember how I got onto this point. Oh yeah, remasters and stuff. But yeah, none of this is a negative. I'm purely pointing out. Sorry. I'm purely pointing out my thoughts. I think the ubiquitous thoughts of most people. Now, key in hand. Like, I'll give you a perfect example actually. This is a slightly different point, but Tomb Raider Anniversary, right? Where they did remake it from the ground up of Tomb Raider 1. At the time, I thought that was fantastic, and it had those controls. But in a weird way, I still think Tomb Raider 1 has probably aged better than Tomb Raider Anniversary has, because that playstyle with the quick time events and you know the whole combat style, weirdly enough, isn't as timeless as the Tomb Raider playstyle. And now I'd probably sooner pick up Tomb Raider 1. Well, obviously now I'd pick up this Tomb Raider 1, but I'd probably sooner pick up Tomb Raider 1 on PlayStation or PC, the original. So it does, it's not always perfect. My point being, maybe this approach was more appropriate than what Crystal Dynamics did with Tomb Raider 1. And I actually love that game, so I'm not saying I'm the critique here necessarily. I always loved that, and I thought people were a little more critical of it than I ever was. I just thought what I liked about it was, and this was in the director's commentary for it, was how they took on the original creator, and they collaborated on it, and they didn't always agree on things that were taken out or changed. Gold Dragon, knew it. Okay. But they made it work for the modern game, so they would move things. They would have the full statue of Midas, or Midas, rather than just the foot. Things where they could improve, or if a statue only, because of the capabilities of Tomb Raider 1, only had a small piece, they would add the rest of it in. Things like that. That was kind of cool. So where have I gone? Why am I back up here? I have the key. So I liked that approach to Tomb Raider Anniversary, adding things, not being afraid to mess with it. I just slipped through the wall. What happened? I'm here. I do love Anniversary, but like I said, I think that gameplay style hasn't necessarily aged particularly well. That sort of early PS3, quick time events, weird sort of combat that didn't flow as well as then obviously Tomb Raider 2013 or 2012, whatever it was called, would. And here's our library entrance. Having said that, if they ever made Tomb Raider 2 from the ground up, I'd be the first one there playing it. So there. Inward. I'm gonna need some more health before we do this. Because as much as I love this, I'd love to see that same thing. There was someone made a version of it. It was kind of like a concept on actually I'm gonna switch to the shotgun. A concept version of a Tomb Raider 2 remake. And try to do those same things that Tomb Raider Anniversary did, which is like, add little caves here and there that weren't there, or remove things that were there. And it was pretty cool, but again, it was only the first level. It was just a concept, but I don't know if we'll ever see it. I think this is the closest we'll ever get to a remake of Tomb Raider 2 or 3. Oh. Okay, so the hotkeys will work the way I remember them. Like 1 is pistols, 2 is shotgun, etc. Here comes the onslaught. This is where I should have had the shotgun. 2. Don't shoot yet. I've realized it's ranged. I'm not sure what happened here. I think my keyboard knocked off the Stream Deck and knocked it into just my face for a couple of minutes. But yeah, I guess we'll just skip past all that because no one wants to watch, as a shotgun should be. No one wants to watch this. What am I looking at? Is that a mistake? Is it meant to look like muddy water, or is it just a missing texture? Or is it because I had the flare on and there was never a texture down there? I don't know. Anyway, now we just grab this detonator key and we're off to the races. I don't know if there's anybody guarding it, but let's take care of them anyway. There is. Oh, and of course he spawns around the corner. This game loves that. Oh, he has more automatics. Sweet. Sweet. Oh my god, memory unlocked. I don't know if I went through this when we played it before. Oh, I got stuck. Remember I talked about how there was no restart level option if you saved in the old days. You don't have, again, it doesn't come up unless you die, but I got stuck on a save point where it was either that or restart the game. Right as this door opened with a tiny piece of health and no medipacks, and that guy would shoot me. So I had to keep restarting and restarting and restarting, kind of like what happened to me in Barkang Monastery on my first playthrough. And I think I had to just restart the game, or fluke it somehow, or cheat maybe, I don't know, but there was no time, this is the thing, there was no time to cheat, because of course the cheats in Tomb Raider are spin around 3 times and jump, jump up and walk forward, walk back. You don't have to do that when someone's shooting you in the face. So, just an example of that kind of wrought, frustration that you remember from your childhood. That sticks out in my mind. Where are we going? We go through here. These guys are gonna give trouble. Let's don't wanna waste the large ones yet. I don't wanna waste, I'll just keep it at distance now. Because we're almost finished the level anyway. I think we reset our health if we get to the end. Don't think I'm gonna have any trouble keeping onto health anyway. That's what makes the PC one, well, sorry, it's not exclusively PC. It's not exclusively a PS3. Jesus! Where is the English? Take a drink. It's not exclusively a PC thing. Hang on. It's not exclusively a PC thing now that you can save anywhere. Tomb Raider 2 and Tomb Raider 1 and Tomb Raider 3 on the PS1. We're doing well. Only had save crystals, and they allowed you to save in specific points of the level. That's what I'm getting at. Now let's kill these rats. My point is, it's a privilege, and a privilege I always had because I never really played it on PS1. Although I borrowed Tomb Raider 3 off someone in primary school for the PS1, and boy, my surprise when I realized you can't just save anywhere. That's gonna be trouble. Where are you? Hasn't appeared. He only appears after you detonate. Now, will they still block? They're well capable of putting this on screen now. I wonder, will they? Find out, or will they still cut away? No, there was no need. I mean, yes, you could add it. Get up here so I have a better vantage point. Cinematic view there. Oof. Fell through the balcony. Actually, I want to check something. Can she still? Yes, she can! The whole time as a kid, never knew that was even a thing you could do. Anyway. And that's pretty good. Probably completed this even faster than Venice, actually. Well, let's get up here first, figure out, because sometimes I get lost on the platforming up here. And the final dragon is up here too, I think. The Jade. I don't know if you necessarily... Whoops! I don't know if you just come across it or if you do something different. I don't remember. Oh no! No! You have to not blow the dragon up. You have to not you've not hit the detonator yet. Okay, so what I should have done. Why am I? You drop the flare. Let's go. Yes, this is it. There she is. Boom, Shotgun City. Lovely. That's much more successful. I need to the health here. Yeah, of course the rat. That's what I meant. That literally happened to me last time.
No, not the rat. Jesus. I think he thought you prioritized.
Please. That could be wrong because that room is clearly still intact, but there's just no way into it. I think that's the problem. Not so much that you destroyed the dragon, but you can't get onto that floor. We'll soon find out. What? Oh shit! Let's see. Actually, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you actually. I remember. I used to spend ages trying to get onto that balcony where he was. Beautiful. No, you can't. Unless you can do some kind of jimmy a jump. But anyway, that's good to know. Wasn't wasting my time going back. And that will be Bartoli's hideout. Onward to Opera House. Whee! Ah, not bad. Oh, I missed one pickup in the whole level. Impressive. Thank you for watching. What was that? Thanks for watching though, seriously.